Top of the day, top of the day, top of the day, people. Now look, the topic we're gonna be discussing today, this is actually going to be on the jungle. Okay, so like it's a little bit different than what I'm now doing because now I'm just trying to like flip everybody's perspective with a message and a story, right? So I'm noticing that the world we live in is just a little bit different. So listen, guys, the name of this is actually called the jungle. So imagine this, boom, boop. All right, so you wake up, right? Imagine just open up your eyes and you look around, you look left, you look right, and you see nothing but like, trees, plants, you got these large roots all over the place. The ground is moist, dirt everywhere. And in front of you, you see like a river, right? And it's morning, but it's still like hot a little bit. You know how like a sweaty hot when you get like musty? Yeah, it's like that, like real moist atmosphere. But when you wake up, you feel like real thirsty, right? And when you feel thirsty, your first instinct is to what? Is to drink water from the river, right? Number one, remind you, you're in the jungle. You don't even know what's going on. So like, I'm playing this through your mind is that sometimes you wake up in environments or you're in an environment in which you're unfamiliar about. So the thing is, whether you're in the jungle, you're in the mountains, or you wake up and you're in a place that you're unfamiliar with, is to pause. Number one, I'm going to stop and say, God, I ask you, please go and give me clarity, give me guidance, give me direction, give me discernment to get me out of here. Boom. Number one. Don't ever forget that. Number two, instinct and survival kicks in immediately. Some people have it, some people don't. Some people panic and be like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Bro, number one, chill, breathe. Observe your environment. Number one, if you're in an environment like that, like say for example, you're in the jungle, before you drink that water, you don't know what's in that water. When you get a chance, you want to get that water, right? Now, everybody has their own survival techniques and tips and stuff like that. I'm not trying to douse on anybody like that. I'm just trying to help you grasp an idea of like if you're lost in the environment. Just walk with me. We're in the jungle, right? So boom, you see the water up there, right? So number one, you don't have anything. You don't have equipment. You don't have nothing, right? Number one, if you're in the middle of nowhere and you don't have any equipment, anything, number one, you need to establish a place where you're going to sleep at. And preferably if you're in the jungle, make sure that it's off the ground. Because sometimes you got snakes. I mean, it might be snakes in the trees, might be jaguars, and man, you never know. You got alligator, crocodile, Nile crocodile. Like, you just never know. But don't let that fear kick in because animals feed off fear, right? The hunt, okay, just always they got predator and prey. You're the prey as of right now. Remind you, like I said, you're in the jungle. So boom, number one, what you're going to do, you're going to get up. Okay, this is going to be the scary part. Number one, if I would look around and see if I have anything to defend myself. Some type of stick, something to defend myself. Because you're walking through the jungle. You never know. You have to be prepared for where you're going. It might be a snake. It might be a jaguar bombing you, anything. It could be anything towards you. But number one, when you're trying to find a way out of the jungle, number one, while you're doing this, it's you want to follow the river. Okay, because the river can lead you to at least to like some land, some village, somewhere. But the village also could be dangerous too because they could try to eat you or something. Like you just never know. Like how my mind is, like you got to be ready for whatever, right? So the thing is, like I said, God is going to guide you. But if you do hear a river, you want to always go near where the river is. But then again, you don't want to be too close to it because you got, like I told you, got crocodiles and everything like that. But at the end of the day, number one instinct is, number one, you need to find shelter. Number two, if it's a river and thing near you, try to go near the river to see if it can lead you to some type of village or opening or like, because the river can lead you to somewhere, rather you walking blindly in the forest and getting lost. I'm telling you that now. I'm going to go ahead and use my compass. Go ahead. You're going to get lost. Because 9 times out of 10, people ain't going to know. Most people ain't got no compasses on them. So I'm not even going to tell you that. And then if you had a compass, you ain't going to know what to do with it anyway. Some people don't. But long story short, the key is survival. I brought this up is because we're in the jungle. You have to learn what you're capable of doing, right? Getting complacent and comfortable in the environment that you're in allows for inefficiencies and weaknesses within yourself, which actually limits your growth. So get used to being uncomfortable. Whole gist of this, what I'm actually trying to tell you is that when people, oh, so what's the point of this? See, that's the point. See, people like you are unprepared, comfortable, and complacent. So when life happens to you, you're the same one crying, complaining, and saying the world hates me. No, you're just unprepared. You fail to realize that life happens. See, the thing is, also you gotta look at it like this. The whole message of this is where you gotta look at it like this. You never know what shoe you're actually gonna be like wearing, right? Like, are you prepared? Like, are you really ready? If you lost everything, would you be ready? 9 times out of 10, most people won't. You see people about to have an anxiety say, oh my God, I lost my car. Nigga, you bought a car you could not afford. I lost my house. You bought a house you could not afford. Or even if you lost your job in your house, I mean, life happens. Bro, it did some material assets, bro. Like, get over that. Like, it's not even that deep. Like, let it go, bro. Like, you feel me? You did it once, you can do it again. Oh, my credit's jacked up. Okay, well, rebuild it, bro. If you're not rebuilding it, look within yourself to see what you can do. The whole point of me saying this is that when you're in the jungle, meaning when you're in the middle of an unfamiliar environment, whether that's mentally, physically, spiritual, or emotionally, you have to learn to figure out it. But ask God, like I told you, for discernment, guidance, and everything where you need to get to, man. Let's get it, baby. It's a jungle out here. Wow! Let's get it, baby.